everybody, thanks so much for tuning into Showcase. My name is Donn, and with me today is my good friend and colleague, Mr. Staff O'Neill. How are we doing today, Staff?
Hey everybody, pretty good.
And we also have a new person with us today. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Arthur, and I'm over here at the SKST Radio with these two guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Arthur. Thanks so much for joining us today. And that's actually a good sort of transition to a special shout out to our friends at SKST Studios in Virginia Beach, Virginia for this wonderful studio space. And feel free to hit them up, SKST, at the link in the description down below. If you or anybody you know have an interest in starting a podcast or stream of some kind and want to figure out a good studio space to go ahead and get set up with, hit up SKST if you're local to the area. So let's go ahead and get started with what we are here to do today, which is play video games, play classic games with this NES Mini that we have here in the center of the table, courtesy of Mr. Staff. Thanks for coming through with that. What are we playing today, Mr. Staff?
The very first Super Mario Brothers.
1985? 1985?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you want to go ahead and set us up for this, Staff? Like, how much experience do you have with this game? I shudder to even ask that question, because this is the granddaddy of, like, modern platformer games, basically, right?
This was my very first video game. The first game I ever played. Very first one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, according to my older sister, I played this when I was 3, when I started.
Wow. Do you have a favorite level of all time from this particular game?
I want to say 4-1, just because it's the most memorable. It has
is that the one with Lakitu?
Yeah, it's got the Lakitu. It's constantly doing the spinies at you.
Right. Arthur, how about you? What's your favorite memory with this game?
I really don't have a favorite memory, but I do like the whole game. I like going through it, like from level 1 all the way through without skipping. You know, like going through those different secret compartments and all that stuff, just straight through, just to.
But wait a minute. But do you like speedrun it basically, or do you really just sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't
it's
like
a
using,
challenge.
So you're saying you don't like using shortcuts then?
I have used. I do like it, but it's a challenge just going straight through.
One way or another,
yes.
Just going straight through. Okay. So then, which do you prefer, using shortcuts or really going all the way? Tediously.
The shortcuts.
The shortcuts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm with you personally, man. Like it's fun to sort of just go through and explore some different avenues. And I know, Staff, you have some special secrets to share with us as well about how to get through some fun little back doors in this game, different areas. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And as we go ahead and get started, I want to go ahead and remind everybody to hit us up on your social media platform of choice at Weekend Showcase or on the Linktree page, linktr.ee/Weekend Showcase. If you have some suggestions for games that we should stream, let's go ahead and get rolling with this particular stream today. I guess, are we starting from the very beginning, Staff?
Yeah, very beginning.
Okay. Now,
Arthur's going to start us off.
Arthur's Mario, and then Staff, you're going to be Luigi. Okay, so I guess Arthur's going to start us off here. I guess just hit start, I guess?
Yeah,
yep, there we go. Okay, 1-1. Here we go. I am not playing this at all. I'm just going to go ahead and help run some commentary and crack jokes about Arthur as he dies.
Yep.
No.
You're right. I haven't played this in years, so.
All right, there we go. Ooh, that was close. You almost bopped that mushroom away. Yeah, this is the beginning. Like all modern platformer games, I think this is sort of like the beginning. This is what's considered, I should say, the beginning. Come on, you got it. There you go.
Yeah, I should point out there is one more game before this though.
Yeah, Mario Brothers Arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And technically, depending on how you count it,
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Here we go. I used to call this Ultimate Mario when he's big and has the Fire Flare and the Starman, the Invincibility Star. I used to call that Ultimate Mario. I know that's not a proper name, but it's just what came to my mind basically for how to refer to this version of that character. And 2000, almost nailed the top there. What's y'all's favorite, Arthur? What's your favorite power up?
The fireball.
The fire flower? Okay. Oh, you get to keep going just constantly? Like, when does that alternate?
When the character dies.
Oh.
So let me go ahead and die.
Yeah, you gotta remember, this was 85 before they had that concept.
Of alternating?
Yeah. Or having 2 players at once.
Well,
on the same screen, anyway.
I guess, yeah.
And this controller's sticking a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That was close. Holy crap!
Speed struts.
Exactly. Woo! Got a little nervous for you there, not gonna lie. Oh! Holy crap, okay. Another fun thing about this game that sets it apart is like this is right before. Yep, there you go. Like this, you can grab the shells and just carry them with you. Like any slight contact means they have to like get kicked aside, as though you just like put forth maximum effort. And now here's the part where Staff just completely shows off, as Staff does. Yeah, he doesn't even go for the coins. This is who Staff is, ladies and gentlemen. Like this guy's so into speed strats. There's just no time for actual. Look at this. Not even enough time to hit the flagpole quite right. 400. Who does 400 points delivery? This isn't Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not a speeding type of game.
You still got your fireworks though, and we're in a hurry. We gotta
that's just
go fast.
That's just because you knew what you were doing.
This
with
gotta
the
go fast edition.
It's because of the remaining time. You know that's exactly why those fireworks went up. It's not because Staff went extra fast. Like, come on. All right, here you go.
Go.
Alright. And now you're gonna cheat.
It's not
Glitch
cheating.
up top of the map.
They're in the way and I need to
Horrible.
get past them.
Horrible influence. Look at this.
Look
Look at
out,
this.
they're in the way.
Think of the children, Staff. What are you doing?
They're all in the way.
What are you doing, man? You're an embarrassment to retro
They're all
gaming.
in the
Look at this.
way.
What are you doing?
I need to be somewhere and stand in front of me. They moving.
100 points? Now you're just messing with me. What is this? What is this?
So
game?
tell us about the bits.
The bits?
Yes, the bits.
Or the bytes?
Oh.
Bits, bytes?
Yeah, audible.
No, I mean, it's, no, but like, okay, so this, you know, at NES, the Famicom as it used to be called, you know, like we all know this is like a 16-bit console, you know, precursor to the Super Nintendo, the 32-bit console if memory serves, and then obviously N64 and 96, which 64 bits, as the name implies, pretty obvious. I don't really know what else there is more to say about that. Like, it's pretty much common knowledge by now, most of this stuff.
Well, as we was talking about earlier about how it went up to like from 16 to 32 and then 64. So.
It kind of doubles in process. Yeah, we had that conversation kind of off the record a little bit, but yeah, it's all there. It's all there.
Yeah, processing power.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Look at you sliding under stuff. All right, Arthur with the moves. Like Jagger. Moves like Jagger. Now, you're gonna... Oh, okay, you're gonna do that. Okay. I was about to say, you're gonna throw the fireball. Yeah. That's what I was waiting to see.
Yeah, spoiler warnings, those are actually enemies in disguise. That wasn't really Bowser or King Koopa as we called them back then. If I make it to World 3-1, I'm gonna show you, like, there's a way to get infinite lives you can.
In this game?
Yeah. It's kind of hard though. It's almost a frame perfect trick though. That's the only thing.
I have heard of that. But...
Okay. So who's playing right now again? This is Arthur.
No, it's not.
Alright.
But this is Mario. I thought you were Luigi.
He looks just like Mario, don't he? You can see his name. Look at the top left.
Oh yeah. I missed that. I wasn't even paying attention to the upper left corner.
Yeah.
That's a mislead. That's
This is like the first game where they both look the same too, but they start differentiating in later games.
terrible graphic design, but whatever. It's okay. Oh my god. All right. Okay. I keep hoping to see like you actually hit the top of the flagpole, and then I have to remind myself. Oh yeah, no, that's not really a thing that Staff actually cares about when it comes to Mario gaming necessarily. So
Yeah,
all right.
I'm not really good with it, but there actually is a way to jump over the flagpole and keep going.
And keep going.
Yeah.
So do you get extra points on the other side of the flagpole? Like if you hit the 100-point threshold on the other side, does it give you like 50, 100 points?
Actually, the game just keeps on going endlessly. You just keep running to it.
Endlessly?
Yeah.
Wow.
Until the timer runs out.
At which point it just kills you like normal?
Uh-huh.
That's very anticlimactic. But then again,
So
this
you
is
see the world outside the world.
this is 1985 though, that being said. So yeah, I guess that sort of makes a modicum of sense. Good lord, you're dropping bodies like nobody's business. You realize other people would like to play.
I know.
Oh, and I want to get to that board, that level. With
The-
Oh, that's your
the
plan?
lives,
You get to
yeah.
one? Okay. Yeah, that's why you're still not taking time to get to the top of the flagpole. Like nature intended. Look at you, 100,000 points. Disgusting.
You pull the flag down when you're at the bottom.
Disgusting. Anyway, no. All right, fine.
Oh shit, I hate this level.
Uh-oh, yeah, I remember this one. This one's a little mesmerizing for me because I'm always kind of anticipating like where are the flying fish gonna pop up from?
Yeah, see, that's how you gotta go fast.
You can't slow down really.
And made it. Oh, come on! You could have had that one. You could have had that one. All right.
But how about this? If he doesn't go for the flag, top of the flagpole this time, he gotta give us
the next game
$10 a piece.
Oh, come on! Don't throw money into it.
Okay,
Come on,
okay.
you don't.
Okay,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, ooh, that almost. Careful there. Oh! I keep waiting to see you actually. At the very least, you need to start throwing some fireballs with King Koopa, so we can actually like see. Because I know it's every
alternate forms.
Yeah. Every time you encounter that thing is a different one. Okay, here's 3-1.
Here's the level.
Infinite lives in this one, right?
If I can get it. Like I said, it's almost a frame perfect trick.
Okay, so still looking for the infinite lives section. Oh yeah, Hammer Brothers.
Too.
What was that?
So you gotta put up with them now too, the Hammer Brothers.
Whoa! Careful. All right. Nice. All right.
It's in my way.
It's in your way. It was going the opposite direction.
Get this. Oh shoot. That was where you do the trick, but.
And
we
you
can try
can't.
again.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You're up.
I'm up.
Okay. Way back in World 1-2. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, as it were. Ooh.
That works too.
Look at you with the shortcut. All right, let's do. You can do 3 right there.
Do 3?
I mean, you can give it a shot and see if you can hit that. Wouldn't it be hilarious? You go down that warp pipe, you get to that area, and you manage to do his glitch before he could.
Pick a number for me. Which one?
3.
Okay, 3. Okay.
Why not?
I want to see you try that glitch.
I don't know how to do it, so.
I mean, I don't know how to do it either, quite frankly. But I think I know what you were getting at with that staff. I think I do. It's just a matter of like nailing the right sort of distance, I guess, from the
it's,
edge.
It's like a couple of pixels where the position of that Koopa was.
Mm-hmm. In relation to the bottom right edge hitbox, for lack of a better way to put it, on Mario, on the character.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more shot. Mm-hmm. Then we'll just play normal.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other glitch areas that? Whoa! There's a life! Ah, shoot! You missed
You'll get plenty more later.
The glitches or the 1-ups?
1-ups.
Oh, okay. So that's it? There are no other infinite life glitches in this game?
I think there's one in World 5 or 6.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, the Hammer Brothers are the most annoying enemies in the game. Because even after you kill them, I think the hitbox on their hammers are still activated, so even if you manage to hit them, the hammers will still hit you.
Right.
If you're not careful.
Whoa!
Oh shit.
Alright, next up.
My goodness.
There you go. I don't know why you had to go all the way back over there like that. But
I thought there was a mushroom over there. I don't remember I can get one here.
There you go. Pointerinos. Okay.
This must be where I was doing her board. Alright, one more attempt.
Whoa, careful.
I think I got it.
Ha 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 ha! Nicely done! Well.
You do it over and over.
There it is. Wow, look at that. That's
A couple
amazing.
more times, because if it's glitched out, then you know you did it. But I gotta be careful because there is a set limit, and if you go over that, it resets to 0 lives.
Your entire life count goes down to 0?
Yeah, that's why I gotta be careful and count it carefully, because you can like overshoot it.
How many do you have?
We'll see.
Do
If
you
it's all
know?
glitched out,
But do you know how many? Like
Like,
what the
you
maximum
not
is?
top of my mind. Not top of my head, but we'll know like if it's glitched out. I'm gonna kill myself to see if it went
No,
through
keep
first.
going.
Well, you have to now.
Oh yeah, I can check my list here. I forgot I can do this. Let me see. If the lives are glitched out, then we know I got it. Yeah, there it is.
So that's
I'm on live crown ice.
so. What does that mean? How many is that?
Half a quadrillion.
Half a kabillion. I wasn't familiar with that that particular number. That doesn't sound like it belongs in a base 10 number system. But okay, I'll take your word for that.
Dual decillion. That's an actual number, by the way.
A bazillion,
Dual decillion.
duodecillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Googleplex. I don't know. Okay, will you stop messing with it? I keep anticipating you getting to the top of that flagpole, and you keep deliberately. I'm gonna.
All right. We'll get you your top of your flagpole in the
Just
next
one
level.
time. All I'm asking is one time.
Just to put a big
One
smile
time.
on his face.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him just one flagpole
Okay.
to
Yo, one
make him
time.
happy.
One time.
It's not too much to ask.
Everybody gets one.
Yes, thank you. 1980s Spider-Man. Thank you. We're old. All right. Oh! Long jump. Ah!
Yeah,
Next one. Flag 2
Yeah.
level.
You can't go back on that one.
I forgot it ended differently. We'll get it in the next one. We'll give it in the next one.
Yeah, this was kind of tricky, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna throw cop-out excuses all around the studio this week. I see. Okay. All right. Ooh, there we go. Oh, okay, nicely done.
It's a buzzy beetle, by the way.
Yeah. Normally that kind of enemy is completely impervious to the fireballs. By the way, if memory serves. But apparently
think
in
so.
this,
Yeah.
But in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
context,
they are.
apparently it's not. So, all right, that's interesting.
It's a piece of mess up here. That was intentional.
Sure.
You're
it was. Okay. No, I know. All right, Arthur. Here we go. Oh, you're back at 3. Oh, you get to try this again.
Oh, it's your turn.
Careful.
Oh my goodness! I saw it. So close.
Yeah, you needed to have done that life glitch there, definitely.
I need it.
I tell you what, though. Here, you can say I have another turn.
Nope, go ahead. You got it. Yeah, I want to see you get in the cloud.
I don't think that's in this game.
Oh, it's not in this one? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's like you can find
Oh my
the
God.
stalks.
Oh yeah, the beanstalk thing.
Yeah, and they take you to the clouds.
That's right. Yeah.
You can just jump off from that and land in the Lakitu cloud, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
You
All right.
satisfied?
Yes. I mean, it's just you can't really blame me, but so much, you know. I guess I'm like my mother, you know. She's never satisfied.
Gotcha. I caught it.
There you go.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Prince. All right,
That's
moving
right.
on.
So what's your symbol?
The WS logo isn't it obvious? But all right. So all-time favorite Mario game. Staff, your turn.
Probably it's a cross between either Super Mario 3 or Super Mario World.
I have to say World. World's gonna be my favorite, hands down.
I go with World.
Okay. So what is it about 3 that made you say that first?
It just seems to have a tad bit more variety in it. There's Mostly more power-ups, and it's like you're traveling all over the world as opposed to like one continent, like in Super Mario World.
But it's like, world is in the title of the game. Like,
An inaccurate title.
so okay, so then what would be a better way to call Super Mario World? What would have been a more appropriate title for Super Mario World given the game that we got?
Well, in Japan, it's called Super Mario Brothers 4.
I mean, but it's so drastically different.
Not
Totally,
really.
yeah,
This
that's-
has the same gameplay physics. I mean, you
One
can make
word,
that same.
Yoshi, come on.
I mean, you can make that same argument for Super Mario, this one and 3.
Well, I mean, sure.
Shoot, have you seen the second game?
Oh, you mean that Fever Dream?
Yeah. It's,
I mean, that game was literally a dream.
yeah, that was actually Doki Doki Panic. They just
Yeah.
skinned some Mario characters in and called it Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, I remember the story from that. Or the story behind that, I should say. Oh, this is gonna be really tricky. Right there. Ah. Okay, you gotta hit that 5,000. Hit that 5,000. Ah.
That's close
Very
enough.
clear. Yes, that'll do. That'll do. You got 4 figures. We'll accept that this time.
Yeah, but you know what the actual Super Mario Brothers 2, the lost levels?
So, I've been under the impression that that's sort of an honorary sequel, but not really sort of considered canon, for lack of a better way to put it, because that was exclusive to the Japanese markets until the All Stars game came out for SNES.
Yeah, it didn't come out to America till a little bit later because they thought it was too hard.
Right. Yeah, those poison mushrooms were just impossible to deal with.
Yeah, it was more of an extension of it, so I guess technically, in a way, depending on how you look at it, you could kind of say Lost Levels is kind of like a prehistoric version of DLC in a way.
I've actually never thought of it that way before. Doesn't really surprise me though.
Yeah, because to get off the top just a tiny bit, in Super Sonic the Hedgehog 3, they had something similar going on with that, where it's like it was the base game, but then like a year later they released Sonic and Knuckles, which was like a continuation of
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I remember that. Think we should probably find a way to do that next time. Do you have a Genesis Mini?
I wish I know they have one, but I don't think they have Sonic 3 on that. I wish they did though, because that's my game.
Alright.
Not gonna lie, I was being a little bit careful keeping the fire flower here because of that.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Totally clenched sphincters, Batman. There you go. Just let the fireballs do the work. Yep, the hammer hitbox, we were just talking about that. Whoa, back up.
I know, this is a block right here.
Yep, I know. Just making sure we got the chance to show that to the audience at home. This 35, 40-year-old game section. All right.
Oh yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, the blocks are actually the people of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Are we really going to talk about this now? Arthur, are you aware of this? This fan theory.
So
All right.
the lore is when King Koopa took everything over, he turned all the mushroom people into blocks.
This feels like fans are like
What do you think?
headcanon.
So the thing is, like, whenever you're hitting a block, it's that theory that Mario is actually committing mass murder.
I doubt that. I kind of doubt that. I wouldn't put it past, but I don't know. What do you guys think at home? Like, shoot us a message on our socials at Weekend Showcase. What are your theories on the blocks, the brick blocks in the original Super Mario Brothers games?
This is
Are
gonna be a
they
part two,
secretly?
actually.
Are they denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah, we can make a part 2 out of this then to find out.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have a quick poll, like the results pop up on the bottom of the screen here. Inquiring minds need to know. Oh my goodness! I don't know how that didn't get you.
I love hitboxes.
That was intersecting with well, at least with the graphics. Oh, you got to do this. There you go. Boom! That's the real one.
Boom.
Nicely done.
And time. That's what I would say if it was a speed run. Oh yeah, your princess finally isn't in another castle for a change.
But push button B to select a world.
Oh, that's great. Like, my reward is to do it all over again.
But wait a minute, what did you press?
Start. It's a new game. Go ahead and play.
But you did
pick it up.
We were gonna see what the new quest was gonna be.
This is a new quest.
No, it isn't. It's Dash. Isn't the next one supposed to be a star?
Oh, that's right. He's right. Yeah. Look.
See, you know what I'm talking about.
Like I said, Staff knows what he's talking about. I don't know what made you just think you could just sit there and challenge the knowledge.
I apologize.
Exactly. See, it's okay. You're new here. I understand.
That's right.
I understand. It's just don't let that happen again.
Okay.
Actually, there's a game called Super Mario Maker.
Yes.
Like, you can actually wear those Buzzy Beetles. You can actually wear them on top of your head as a helmet.
That must have been fun to be able to do when that game actually functioned. At the week that we're recording this, they just shut down the servers for Wii U and 3DS. So those games are effectively dead now because they require community content in order to function and be updated. So
yeah, it has some good memories. I remember playing Super Mario Maker back in college. Good times. You can make your own levels.
Yeah.
Your own
I think
fan
Mario Maker 2 I think is on Switch, right? I think.
It's like a discount version of the first one.
But it's still active because
it's still active
software.
for now.
For now, yeah, exactly. Until like the next piece of Nintendo hardware comes out, and then they start gradually deprecating the servers for the older generation stuff. Even if you actually own the software, because that's just how things work now. Everybody just sort of like, we're all just leasing the software from all these companies. We don't actually own anything anymore. Unfortunately, bizarrely, but brave new world. I don't know what else to say to that.
Yeah, I remember at one point there was this game called Super Mario 35 where you can play against 35 other people at the same time.
I vaguely remember this. That was available for like a limited time.
Yeah, on the Switch, on the online service.
Right. And Nintendo took that down, and the outcry from people, like, why did you take this down? This was amazing, and they just kept it down.
How are you gonna show me something you won't let me have it?
I don't know.
It's sticking.
Oh, it's sticking.
It's sticking. You'll go.
Oh.
And now staff hits a button combination to go to 8-4 within the first 30 seconds because of course. Look at that. Those are the exact same coins that you got the first time through that warp pipe. You can say you're not human. No.
Go real bad.
Did you use the bathroom?
No, let me quiet.
It's like, thanks for sharing. All right. Arthur, did you see the movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie last year?
Nope.
Really?
Really?
Why not? Just never got around to it?
Yep, never got around.
I think Netflix still has it.
I could check it out this weekend.
Okay. I'm just surprised to hear you say that because like everybody and their uncle saw that movie by now.
I haven't seen
I
it.
thought, wow, you're terrible.
The animated one?
No. Yeah, the animated one.
Yeah, I missed out on that one. Things came up.
Oh my god.
I wanted to see it though.
See, we're broadcasters, man. You have to be ready for, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do the thing here. So for those just watching, he's trying to do the thing where you just sort of glitch your way through this warp pipe to get into the warp zone on the other side of this brick wall. You can see, well, not on this screen orientation.
You can see it a little bit.
Yeah, no, the people at home can't see what we see here, which is like there's a little tiny sort of smidgen of the left edge of the warp pipe, the first of the warp pipes in the warp zone in the next area, on the far edge of the frame. But we're not going to be able to get a proper camera on that until this glitch is actually done, which might take a minute or 5.
But we have time, so.
Oh, sure, yeah, no, this is only, we're only at the halfway point of the hour, so yeah, we have plenty of time.
Yeah, but, back to the...
There it is. Boom, look at that. Bam! All right. That piece of...
-1.
There it is.
Minus world.
This piece of phantom menaceriness. I don't know why I just pulled out Star Wars like that. That was weird. But anyway.
But back to the movie thing. I did see the first movie, the live action one.
Yeah, the one that even Bob Hoskins hated that movie. I'm not kidding. Like he did an interview one time about how that was a really miserable movie for him to make.
I think I remember that. Was it on, I want to say, one of those late shows?
I think it was. I don't think that was a print interview. I have to research that a little bit.
Because I know Dennis Hopper did a similar interview.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, that movie was painful.
Actually, the thing is, I thought it was alright. I mean, it had very little to do with the game, but...
There we go. You gotta remember to try to keep the character sprite in between the far left edge of the scores and the far right edge of the clock, because like this, the left side of the screen isn't capturing everything in the frame. So, because of how it's sort of like set up, we don't have the ability to sort of fix that, unfortunately. But okay, what is
and
so? What is the?
It repeats.
What do you mean it repeats?
Endlessly. You saw I went through the pipe and it sent me back. It does that endlessly.
So that's just the end of your game?
That's the end of my game.
You went through all of that to get into Minus World, and it's an infinite loop.
Sometimes you get stuck in limbo.
You what?
Sometimes you get stuck in limbo.
Sometimes you
go through a pipe and you get stuck in a limbo.
But when you do a glitch, Steph, you're supposed to shed some interesting light on like.
Sometimes the soft lock in the game is like, well, I guess that's.
I'm not done berating you. So no.
More.
Oh, okay. And the game never corrects. You're just here now. This is your checkpoint at the beginning of that.
I'm soft locked into an endless abyss. Unless that big fish from the dirt game shows up.
Which we know isn't gonna happen. What's the longest amount of time you put into the Minus World loop?
I've timed out on it once. It's like when I first found it.
But wait, you said you timed. Oh, you're talking about when the
timer
right?
goes.
Yeah, I understand now.
Oh, you see this hole down here?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go down there. See, watch where I'm standing. It's constantly sucking you down.
Yeah. Takes a little bit of extra elbow grease to get out of there.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I kind of.
You didn't hit. It wouldn't let you hit like down on the directional pad to.
Yeah, it doesn't sink you faster in this one.
It doesn't?
No, not in this one. That's not till later.
Oh man. Oh well. All right, so there's that. Okay, so Steph, what's your least favorite Mario power-up?
It might be the leaf from the third one, and that's only because you basically get a better version of that. So
the Tanuki suit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So basically the leaf and the Tanuki suit are basically the same power-up. It's just the Tanuki suit also gives you the added advantage of being invincible when you hit down. It's
down
like down
B,
and B,
yeah,
down
yeah.
and B. Mm-hmm. And just because of obsolete nature, I guess, like the leaf, but it still has its uses though.
Okay. Yeah, you can still do the tail spin, basically, to knock out blocks that are parallel to you that you can't jump underneath. That sort of thing. Or knock out enemies.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, let me ask you, like, what's your favorite 3D Mario?
Ooh, favorite 3D Mario. I'm trying not to be lazy and say 64. Favorite 3D Mario. See, I have to tell you something. I kind of checked out on the Mario games for the most part after the GameCube generation, because like that was when I got my first Xbox and sort of got rolling with that, and now here I am. But from in terms of GameCube or earlier favorite Mario game,
64, isn't it?
You bet.
no, I'm actually gonna give it to Sunshine.
Sunshine?
I think I'm actually gonna say Mario Sunshine. I know there've been a lot of really good 3D games like since then, but if the question is like which are my favorite 3D games that I've played, there really aren't that many. You have Sunshine, you have 64, you have Luigi's Mansion. I guess that can sort of be considered part of that, right?
Say that again?
Sunshine, 64, and Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion, I'd say that's more of a spin-off.
But it's still a part of the Mario franchise, and it's still in 3D.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a loophole, but it's valid.
Yeah. Because they had other games like that too. Like the first Yoshi game was actually Super Mario World 2. And the first Wario game is Super Mario Land 3. So,
True, also true.
So technically, I guess that kind of counts, technically.
But we're talking about the 3D games that I personally have had experience with, which basically boils down to those 3. So between those 3, trying to avoid 64, which, yes, blessed be 64, I'm going to give it to Sunshine because it actually tried legitimately to make, like, a fundamentally new sort of experience for Mario for Mario platformers, basically. Like the dynamic of FLUDD, in terms of how you were able to sort of navigate the world, actually sort of like do damage to bosses or enemies, literally like cleaning up the world basically, and sort of like revealing puzzles and doing all sorts of things with the ability with the water collecting and spraying mechanic that was introduced in that game.
It was outside the box thinking.
It was. I realize that comes across like a bit of a stretch, given the intention behind the question that you were asking there. But that is basically like where I stand on that, mainly because everybody says 64 number 1, but number 2, it's like what makes something a favorite game. Like if the standard that you're using to determine whether something is a favorite or not boils down to like what your takeaway was from the game, how much of a takeaway you got from the game, as opposed to all other forms of software in that same sort of vein, that needs to be sort of really objectively sort of like analyzed in a way that you can sort of come away with, okay, yeah, I think this is worthy of this title of favorite because this did this that was new to the table, or it did what these other games did in a way that was fundamentally new and unexpected and was justifying of the $30-$40 whatever it was basically at the time 20 years ago.
Not to mention its influence on other games too.
Yes, which again brings us back to 64, which easily had far more influence than Sunshine. I will unhesitatingly give it that. Like I'd be crazy not to. But just in terms of like bringing something new to the table that like was actually trying to be different in an era where, in a time period where, we're talking about, okay, so it's 6 years after the N64 came out. 3D games are ubiquitous at this point. Now the game has started to shift in the time period that we're talking about right now, spring, summer 2002. What can you do that is at least structurally or like aesthetically different from what is otherwise ubiquitous at that point, and like the flood spraying, was different for at least for me at age 14 at the time, but
yeah, like I might have to play devil's advocate a little bit because myself, honestly, for me, Sunshine with the flood mechanic, it felt. For me, it was a little bit gimmicky. The whole like switching to like mostly cleaning up sludge and constantly having to have a water backpack. And it's like, and on a minor note, apparently the shine sprites. Apparently, when you get all of them, the reward is very anticlimactic. Spoiler warnings, it's a postcard. Like
I remember that.
Playing the game.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, me personally, my favorite 3D game is Super Mario Galaxy. Like for me, it's like
that was after me. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me personally, that was a game that that's basically what made me go out and get a Wii at the time. Cause I remember when I first bought it, like in the wait, I've got Metroid Prime 3, but Super Mario Galaxy was a big one at the time, and I know later Super Smash Bros. Brawl was on the way too, but like I said, at that moment, like Super Mario Galaxy was the main anticipated thing because it features the core gameplay where it's like it's just Mario, and it features like, the classic power-ups like the Fire Flower. I think it. No, it didn't introduce it. I was thinking about the ice.
The ice flower.
Yeah.
And wasn't Galaxy 1? Wasn't that the one that introduced B Mario?
Yeah, that had B Mario, and I think 2 had the cloud power up, but it basically, like I said, to go back to the reward system, it had a much better reward. It lets you play as Luigi, but it lets you play the entire game with him. And he has slightly different mechanics in Mario, where it's like
The flutter jump?
yeah, he's got the flutter jump and
It wouldn't be Luigi without the flutter jump.
gameplay.
Yeah.
And
Except for this game we're doing right now, it wouldn't be Luigi if he didn't have the flutter jump.
yeah, and it's kind of weird because there actually is a Ghost Galaxy, and
A what?
A Ghost Galaxy, and it's like a reference to Luigi's Mansion because you can actually find Luigi wander around there.
Oh.
So when you play as Luigi, and when you get there and you see him, and he's basically like, oh well, I guess sooner or later there's probably more than one me somewhere in the universe somewhere.
Stands to reason. Stands to reason. There is one other criteria that I forgot to sort of ask about, which is regarding, like, the type of Mario games. Like you were asking a moment ago about what's my favorite 3D Mario game, and I was basically localizing the criteria to only focus on platformer type games, right? It's like Mario 64, Luigi's Mansion, and Mario Sunshine. That's basically it up to the GameCube era, which is where I sort of fell off. So, like, there is one other 3D Mario game that I guess if we sort of expand the parameters slightly as to what a 3D Mario game is, so long as it is 3D at all, I can't believe I'm just now thinking of it. Double Dash.
That's a racing game.
It is, but it's 3D and Mario.
It's a spin-off title.
But it's 3D. We just talked about this with Luigi's Mansion. Would you not agree that that's a valid candidate? Mario's in that game. Mario's not in Luigi's Mansion at all.
You know, by that same accord.
Well, wait. Wasn't he at the end?
For
Oh no, I'm thinking of the third Luigi's Mansion.
No, I think we talk about Mario's in Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
He was in.
I
know he was in the first one.
He was in the first one?
Yeah, it's like after you beat the final boss, like he shows up in the ending.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping I was remembering that right. All right, cool. But yeah. So no, but I was trying to place like what is a good example of a 3D Mario game that really deserves to sort of like have, in my opinion at least, deserves to sort of like share some of that crown. Full disclosure, I was never really all that into Smash. I was never into Mario Party or like this or the other sports games. So those kind of had to set out.
That's what I was about to say too. Where like if you include Mario Kart, and that's a race game. You know, by that same logic, we also got to include the other sports games like Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. Like there was a basketball game for the GameCube.
Hoops.
I think it was like a 3-on-3.
Yeah, that's Mario Hoops.
Yeah, and the soccer games, the Strikers. Games.
Yeah, I was never all that into the sports games, but Arthur, did you ever try any of those sports games?
Yeah, I like Mario Kart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, which one? The original? Or?
Yeah, the original.
Okay. So after the SNES was where you kind of fell off?
Pretty much.
Understandable.
Pretty much on that. Yeah, the NES. Yeah.
I'm just not noticing you're already at like halfway through 5 right now, World 5. I've just been busy having this little talk show happening here, and you're just like going.
Yeah, so, what was I gonna say?
I missed it.
Ah, dang it. But yeah, no, we were just talking about Mario, Double Dash.
Oh yeah.
Was a really good game. It's not Brawl. It's not Brawl, from what I understand. I know, but it introduced a game mechanic that has yet to be replicated.
It's the 2-player system. The 2 simultaneous players. One drives, one throws the items.
Right. And I mean, all right. At least from my experience, like when I owned that game, it was really fun. So
yeah,
but you're doing such a terrible job of hiding this pained expression on your face.
I mean, I'll also say I didn't hate Double Dash, but it's just the driving mechanics just felt a little awkward for my taste. It's like I said, I can't remember it in detail because it was like 20 years ago since I played it, but I remember something about the driving. I don't know if it was the drifting. It was something was off about it. Like it was kind of hard to get a full grasp of it. I guess. Like, when you got so many things going on at once, it's like, you can switch the characters too, where it's like, they can take turns, and the mechanics become a little bit different with each character, so the drifting and
the weight management
and the weight management, all the stats change, basically.
Right.
But, like, personally myself, and I'll defend this, but, like, personally, I think the best Mario Kart game is DS.
7?
No, it was before 7. It was just for DS. It was after Double Dash, but before 7.
Okay.
Because in that one, it relies more on the driving mechanics. I mean, the items still can mess you up, but you don't have to worry about collecting coins and, like...
I had a DS for a very hot minute, but I didn't have any games for it. I was still into PSP at that point.
Yeah, I actually still have mine. I was playing it last night.
The DS?
It's on its last leg, though, but...
Oh, really? What, the battery needs to be replaced or something?
Yeah, the battery. And the touchscreen doesn't really work too well. I mean, I can still play, like, Game Boy Advance games. Like I said, all it needs is... Well, besides the screen, like, just to change the battery, and it's good as new. I mostly play for Game Boy Advance games anyway, but... I was playing DS the other day. But yeah, I also have Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, and, you know, that should really be called Super Smash Kart, because, like, it's such a big crossover. I like Link and Animal Crossing and like Splatoon characters. And this is the base game. This isn't even including the DLC. But yeah, when I first played this one, because I vaguely remember, it was me and my sister, we had it was a double cart. It basically had this game and Duck Hunt on it. Like, you remember Duck Hunt?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a double cart in that. Because I remember, like, just to get off topic just a tiny bit, like, the game after this, like, the other game we had was a game called Shadow the Ninja. Like, have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
It was kind of like Ninja Gaiden, but have you heard of it, Arthur?
Just Ninja Gaiden, yeah, but not that one.
Yeah, it was similar to Ninja Gaiden, but the thing is, like, you could collect power-ups and things like that, but I remember that game was so hard. I could not beat that when I was younger. I could get far... Because I remember in the third stage, there's this really hard boss. Like, it's a giant tank that goes back and forth from the screen. And it can kill you in so many ways. Because I remember, like, when I finally beat it, that was like my greatest achievement as a child.
Oh, really?
At the time. Because I couldn't beat the stage after that, though. But I rebought it on Virtual Console on the Wii, and, you know, like, I stomped it to pieces. Like I always do, I sped run it. Like I usually do.
That sounds right.
But yeah, I remember, it's like when I bought, because I did buy this game on Virtual Console on the Wii. I missed that, by the way. Nintendo, you need to bring that back. But, when
anybody from Nintendo is watching this, staff has some choice words.
Please bring Virtual Console back for the Switch 2 or whatever it's gonna be called.
Exactly.
So, like when I first bought this, I literally spent that entire day playing this game. From like 4 o'clock, like I downloaded it at like 4 in the afternoon, and I beat it at like 1 in the morning. I just sat there, non-stop, just played it the entire time.
Wow. That sounded like one heck of a day.
Because the thing is, what happened was just, this might be cheating just a little bit, but what happened was, on my computer, I had this YouTube video of these two guys racing, like they were playing Super Mario, and I was attempting to replicate what they were doing. It was like seeing how they were doing their strats and things like that. Because you'd be surprised, like, speedrunners, they can do a lot of stuff with this. You know, some people can actually play this blindfolded.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. I don't know how. That's above my pay grade.
Actually, I think I showed you that video when we were in college. It was like when we were in a game room.
Oh yeah, audience, context. Steph and I went to the same college. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, it was me, you, and a couple other guys from the game room. We and I was showing it to y'all, because I remember, like, you was looking up, you was attempting to play it. And I don't know if you was there or not, but I think when I played it, like, I'd have my back turned, like, to play it.
And just rolling off of it. Like,
just to roll off of it, just to, only motivated by sound, though. That's the only thing, is, like, it's sound cues.
I don't know, man. That's not quite as impressive, always having to listen to things instead of just really memorizing it with no extra audio-visual input to work off of. I don't know, man. It sounds like you may need to put in some more work there, young man.
That's what it is.
You need to finish eating your vegetables or no dessert. Your mother and I are very disappointed in you.
What can I say?
This is going in your file. We've asked you nicely.
Lucky like that?
You're requested in the principal's office.
As always?
I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah. Alright.
So have you played any of the handhelds?
I mean, I had a GBA, you know. I'm pretty sure everybody did.
Oh, yeah.
I had a regular Game Boy and a Pocket.
Goodness.
And a Color. Advance, and then that's when, like, after Advance is when I got PSP. I didn't get a DS until like much later, and by then, like, it was like I'm in too deep into PSP. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I'm not downgrading.
I had a PSP too.
Say again?
I said I had a PSP too.
Cool.
Yeah, but for me, it's like I said, I had the mainstream Game Boys. I had the regular one, the old one. Like, y'all young kids probably don't know about that. The one with the 4 batteries.
You young whippersnappers.
And
no.
And let's see, I had that, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, and then the SP. Well, actually, I had 2 SPs because I remember one of them broke, and I ended up getting another one for my birthday when I graduated from high school. But yeah, then I got the DS and the 3DS. But I didn't play because I remember my first experience with the handhelds, if memory serves right, it was when I was in middle school, and one of the older kids, he would bring his games on the bus, and every once in a while he would let me borrow one of them. And one of the games he had was Super Mario Land 2, the 6 gold coins, and he let me borrow that for a couple of days, and I got all the way to the end, but I couldn't beat the final stage at the time. But yeah, through him, like, I played a bunch of old games. I played Marble Madness, Metroid 2. That was the first time I was exposed to that series. Then I think I was still in elementary school stage. I stayed with my sister. She was in college at the time, and one of her friends, he had his Game Boy, and he would let me play his games, and one of them was the first Super Mario Land. That's when I played that. I think the first one, the second one was still better though.
Yeah, I agree.
I probably shouldn't mention this, but
no, you shouldn't. So moving on. No.
So like a month before, I mean, I know a couple of my friends from college are gonna get me after this, but basically, so a month before it was my birthday, I got a Game Shark. Like,
you cheater, pumpkin eater, pants on fire.
And so it kind of helped me when I was practicing for the game. I can beat it normally now. I can speed run that too now.
The opinions expressed.
At the time, I was young. Alright, I was learning.
The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of Weekend Showcase or SKST Studios, and by opinions I mean the indirect endorsement of cheating by staff.
I was young and I was learning.
Whatever.
Right? You gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start by playing legit. Too legit to quit. What is wrong with me today? He said it. He said that, Arthur. That's his catchphrase. He has like one of 3 catchphrases. It's Oh Mercy Jesus.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my Jesus. And Mercy.
Mercy.
Lord Mercy. Yes, that's the other one. Yes. I swear, one of these days we're gonna put your face on a T-shirt, and there's gonna be a speech bubble, like a comic book strip panel. Like there's gonna be a speech bubble popping out of your face, going like, "Oh mercy, Jesus!" It's gonna be good. We'll be able to sell merch with that.
Oh, one more thought. Not so across my mind. So the thing about Nintendo is when the Game Boy Advance came out, they were porting some of the earlier games to the systems, the Super Mario Advance series. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got
they ported Mario Brothers 2 and Yoshi's Island and what was 3? Shoot. No, wait, no. 2 was. Sorry, wait. It was. I got this. Mario Brothers 2 wasn't the first one. Yes, I'm sure. The first one was Mario Brothers 2. The second one was Mario World. The third one was Yoshi's Island, and the fourth one was Brothers 3. Yes! I did it! Okay, alright, go ahead, finish your point.
I basically got all of those except the first one. But it's a weird thing. Remember what I was saying about prehistoric DLC?
Yes, about the lost levels.
So the thing is with Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Advance 4, they had this thing called an e-reader. It was like, for all intents and purposes, like, you basically have 2 Game Boy Advances, you have one game in e-reader, and you have a game the cable hooks up to them.
Yeah.
So, for Super Mario Advance 3, they had basically another form of ancient DLC where if you had the cards, you could scan it, and it would basically unlock extra levels in Super Mario Advance 4, and you could play the secret levels in that.
Okay.
Because my old best friend, like, he used to have that. Like, he had the e-reader, and I used to play those.
Okay.
But it's like I said, it's basically a Frankenstein hookup where you need, like, like 2 Game Boys, the game itself, the e-reader, the cards, the cable to hook them up to each other. So it became convoluted.
It's a lot, and that adds up in terms of cost too. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah,
especially now because I wouldn't know what the cards would
and all
cost.
of this is and all of this is, by the way, to unlock functionality that was already on the games to begin with. That's the worst part.
That's the thing. It was already on it, and you need to do that to unlock it.
Pay to play. It was the original pay to play. It's like somebody at Electronic Arts saw this and were like, here's a good business model. Let's go ahead and replicate that on modern consoles. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah,
pleasure doing business without you.
Yeah, because I think so. The thing is, Nintendo they did put Game Boy Advance games on their online service. You need to pay $50 for it, but one of them was Super Mario Advance 4. And they did unlock all the extra levels and all the bonus features in that, thankfully. Because I think they did that for the Virtual Console on the Wii U. I'm not sure. I never had a Wii U, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, me either. How about you, Arthur?
Never had a Wii.
Yeah. Either one?
The Wii U?
Either one. Nope.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, because the thing about it is like the whole like.
Whoa.
I didn't think it was coming back, but oh well.
Yeah, they kind of like go off screen, but they somehow respawn. Yeah, but the thing is with the not necessarily the e-reader stuff, but the Game Boy Advance games in general, there were a couple of games like that where it's like they had unlockable features where you needed to do convoluted things, like like with Zelda, the port of A Link to the Past. Like they basically put a whole new dungeon in that. But it's so stupid how you unlock it though. You basically need multiple copies of the game. You need to play the multiplayer to unlock. Yeah, you need to play the multiplayer to unlock all the stuff.
Wow, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, and it sucks because, like you were saying earlier about about Super Mario Advance 4, it's like all this is already on the game. It's just they won't let you unlock it unless you play this one specific feature on it that you can't play.
I don't know. All of this sounds to me like all this sounds to me like Xbox does it better. But anyway, never mind.
I know what you mean. Like I had an Xbox too around the same time. I got mine Christmas 2003.
I mean, if you're into, I hear what the dissenting voices will probably say. Like, hey, if you're just into games for games, Nintendo platforms are generally much simpler to operate. Just get in and go. Generally speaking, you know.
For the most
and it's
part.
like generally, and it's like. Xbox, PlayStation, I don't think so.
Kind of need a encyclopedia for some of those.
Pretty much. I mean, it's just it is what it is. And what's bizarre is like how as time went on, you know, a lot of the justification for why Nintendo gave a quote unquote superior gaming ecosystem, I guess, environment. It kind of started getting chipped away at over the years. You know what I mean? Like things like. Nintendo Online is no longer free. You have to actually that's the elephant in the room basically.
Oh my God, I hated
all
that.
the games that you have access to that you used to be able to do, like you can't do anymore. You know, and all of a sudden like functionality for games that you even own physically, they tear the servers down. You can't do, and we all have to agree to that to even play this stuff in the first place, right?
Yeah,
when
there's a bunch of games on the Wii like that where you can't play anymore. It's just lost media now.
And it's just you agreed to it with the terms of service. There's no real recourse for that as a consumer.
Yeah, the only way you can play them is like if you just so happen to pre-download them before they shut the servers down.
So it's like good luck finding that on eBay at this point, basically. You know, and that's just the way that Nintendo, I guess, sort of wants it, basically.
Yeah, and I don't know how true this is or not, but I think like that's the main thing they're moving forward to, where it's like they want to take out digital, physical media and just rely on digital copies.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Also, the death of physical media. You know, because you have like, Best Buy is already no longer selling physical media between like music and movies. You know, at the very least with music, I know. So darn, I was
still sell DVDs anymore.
I mean, at least I know for certain Walmart still does. At least we still have that. But I mean, I was so looking forward to getting the new Taylor Swift album on vinyl at Best Buy. I was so looking forward to that. But oh well. I guess just physical media is kind of like about to
Fizzling
be the way physical is fizzled. I guess for lack of a better way to put that.
Had a good run though.
Yeah, exactly. Pour one out. This one's for the physical media distributors that ain't here no more. I don't know. Whatever.
Goodness.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. What are our final thoughts on Super Mario Brothers 1985? Arthur, go first.
Well, you gotta respect the classics, the old school stuff. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I loved all the old games anyway. So. But yeah, it's still the number one game to go to for me. Well, one of the number one games to go to. So.
And what is your number one from this generation?
You're killing me now.
I mean, you just said one of, so I gotta dig a little. No pressure, but all the pressure.
No pressure. I mean, this is a classic, so I gotta go for this one. But there's other ones, but
fair enough. All right, fair enough. Staff.
I mean, I agree with Arthur. Like, you can't go wrong with the classics. I mean, it's something that, like, even people that don't even play games know who Mario is. 'Cause it's just such a, like, I mean, if you had like one character to represent games, like, it'd probably be Mario.
So, for me, for this generation, I would actually say it's a toss-up between the original Donkey Kong and Tetris. Best all time for this generation. Wow, really? You're going to leave me out to dry like
no,
that?
I mean, I agree with Donkey Kong.
Okay.
And Tetris I can understand.
Well, you
So
got
then where's
Pac-Man then. What about Pac-Man?
Yeah, I was thinking Pac-Man, Pac-Man.
Really, that would be the first.
It was an arcade.
Before.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
came out years before this.
Yep.
Yeah, but all right. Well, I never owned Pac-Man on this console, so that's why that didn't really occur to me. But yeah,
Okay.
I take your point there. But okay, so you're about to make one last point.
No, I was gonna say, not to mention, I just remember like this came out of the arcade too.
Mm-hmm.
It was an arcade cabinet for Super Mario Brothers.
Mm.
You could do like the tricks you could do, but it was still kind of fun though. And I think the warp pipes are different too. Where it's like I think you could only go to World 6 instead of 8.
But there were still a maximum of 8 worlds. You
Yeah,
had to
there were still
work
8
through,
worlds.
So you had to work through 7 and 8 the long way.
Yeah, you had to work through them the old-fashioned way.
Buzzkill McGee.
Yeah, I worked for it.
What? Shut up. All right. That does it for this episode of Showcase. Weekend Showcase. Thanks so much for tuning in. What
jokes?
Oh, yeah, almost forgot. You have all right, well, I guess I'll go ahead and do.
Okay, I got one for you. I got one just off of my head.
All right.
How do fish get high?
I don't know, Arthur. How do fish get high?
Seaweed.
Well, as we're filming, see, it works on 2 levels because as we're filming this on 420.
I didn't think. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so there you go. That was well played.
I didn't even think about it.
That was very well played. Wow, that actually, I actually had another thing here, but I don't think that's gonna beat that. I really don't think.
That was just.
Well, why did Chicken cross the road? To get away from his wife. That's all I got. That's the best I got.
Wow. Okay. All right. How about this? Do you know the story about the chicken that crossed the road?
Get away from Colonel Sanders?
Me neither. I couldn't follow it.
Well, moving on to the next one.
Oh, God. All right. That's it for this particular episode of Weekend Showcase. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Donn. With me today were...
Staff O'Neill.
And Arthur.
All right. And don't forget to hit us up on basically any social media at Weekend Showcase or at our main website, Linktree, linktr.ee/Weekend Showcase. There's a contact form on that page where you can use that to submit games that you'd like to see us play or suggest some dad jokes that we should use on air. Give yourself a special shout out while we're at it. And also special thanks to our good friends at SKST Studios in Virginia Beach, Virginia for the studio space. Hit them up at the link in the description if you or anybody you know wants to lease out some studio space and time and maybe start creating your own content here as well, if you're local to the area, of course. And I guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching again, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.